Would you be behind schools that reopen anyway, especially if they're under threat of having their funding cut? What happens in that scenario?
So I can't say this enough. Just ignore everything Donald Trump is saying and Betsy DeVos. They don't know what they're talking about, or they're making empty threats, and they do know they're empty threats. They are not our boss, and they have not figured that out. So just ignore that. We're not under threat of losing our money for our students, but we are under threat of a pandemic and people dying if we don't do this safely. Parents are not going to want to sacrifice their children, and teachers are not going to want to be complicit in opening an unsafe school that is going to endanger the entire community. So we don't have to choose that. We can actually choose to do it right. And that's what we're hoping for.
Lily, what are your members saying in terms of children's mental health and social development right now? Because as much as everybody would like transmission rates to be at zero before kids go back to school, there is a cost to them not going back to school as well.
Right. We don't believe that there should be a trade-off between a child's mental health, their physical health, and their academic needs. We're going to have to do something that serves that whole child the same way they did in Denmark, Germany, and Australia, and other places that took this very seriously from the beginning. And so, and it is why distancing and having the protective gear is so important to even think about opening the school. And no one said zero infection rate. We said 2 weeks. This is the CDC, 2 weeks of constant decline, so that you know that what you're trying is actually working and the infection rate is much lower in your community. And when that blessed day occurs, we want to be ready with something that does meet the needs of our students, their mental health, physical health, and their academic health. Don't let anyone tell you that you have to sacrifice one to get the other.